Comeback kid.
All right, we want to bring in Congressman Fred Keller from Pennsylvania. Congressman, thanks so much for joining us today. Want to get your reaction. A lot has happened in the last 24 hours. But first, I'm not sure if you heard Mike Bloomberg speak, but obviously you know he dropped out of the race. What does this mean for Joe Biden?
Well, I think that, the Democrats are trying to sort through and figure out who their nominee is going to be. It's really hard to predict. Certainly, I know some of the people that have dropped out and supported the vice president or the former vice president has benefited him. So, if he's endorsing the former vice president, it's likely to give him some support toward going into the convention.
Let's talk about Pennsylvania, sir. One of the things that could concern the president's campaign is that Scranton, Pennsylvania, that's where Joe Biden was born, that a lot of people consider him a working-class guy that made his way to the Senate and vice president, and that this is a concern. And we're talking about kind of a must-win. It would be surprising for either candidate to win the presidency without winning Pennsylvania.
Well, I think Pennsylvania is very important, as it was in 2016. And the thing I would say is that it seems that the former vice president always comes back to his Scranton roots whenever he's in Pennsylvania. But the thing is, he's also called for a ban on fracking for natural gas, and I think that's going to have the same effect that the calls to eliminate certain parts of energy had in 2016.
The concern, of course, is they say the suburban vote, especially suburban women, that may have been lost along the way with the president. Is there any indication that that has changed? Because probably older voters, the biggest problem Biden has right now is the younger voters that are going for Bernie, but that could be a concern that he could attract those, if it is Biden, against the president.
Well, again, I think, if we want to talk about what's happened and what the president's done, and I think that's really what we need to focus on, the fact that the president's policies have helped families, not just suburban families, but all families across the Commonwealth with lower energy costs, more jobs, wage growth. And I really think that when we talk about those issues, I think Pennsylvania is going to be behind the president.
Sir, what are the folks in Pennsylvania saying to you? I mean, when you're there and out and about, obviously support of President Trump, or what's the sense you're getting?
Well, the people, care about the fact that we do have more national security because of our energy independence. They care about the communities and families, and the policies that have been put in place over the last 3 years of less government regulation, America First, better trade deals have benefited not just the people of Pennsylvania, but the people all across America, and that's really what we're hearing.
Congressman Keller, thank you so much for being with us, sir.